Back at it for a Monday on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. I'm Tyler Glenn, and welcome to the Beach House Beach Bunker for a Monday. And it looks as if winter's not done with us yet. We have a snowfall warning in effect for the city of Dauphin and surrounding region. 10 centimeters of snow and some blowing snow on the way for you. Details on that coming up, but first, what's coming up on the show today? So we get settled into our beach chairs for a Monday. Hope you had a great weekend, by the way. We're talking ranch dressing today. It is National Ranch Day. Are you dipping? Are you putting it on your salad? What you doing with your ranch? And we've got some foreigners trying ranch dressing for the first time. I wonder how they like it. Bet you they love it. We'll be doing ranch shots on the show today. Shots. Also, we sprang forward, so this feels early, and it's okay. It feels early because it is early. This is normally about 6 o'clock. You'll have a few clocks when you get into work today that didn't get the switch, the analog ones, the ones that didn't change all by themselves. You'll have to go in and do that manually today because the time change has happened, and we've got the beautiful, beautiful late evening sunsets now, although it was cloudy when the sun went down yesterday for our first one. And I know the drive to work is a little bit darker than it normally is, but just know that by the time we get to that first day of spring, we'll have some daylight for you on that way to work. As we go outside this morning and check our forecast, not a bad morning temperature-wise, starting out the week at -6. We've got some snow for the Brandon region. We're expecting 2 to 4 centimeters, just enough to shovel. Not as much as Dauphin. It's Dauphin and areas north that have the big blast of snow. So keep that in mind. If you're headed north, if you're headed into the parkland, if you're in the Dauphin region, Gilbert Plains region, be on the lookout for a heavy blast of snow because it's coming your way. For Brandon, -6 is our daytime high, which is pretty much where we're at right now. So it's an abnormal temperature trend, meaning that the temperature will drop through the day. We'll get down to -21 tonight. So you're going to need that extension cord tonight. It's going to get really, really cold tonight. So just Mother Nature saying, yeah, get excited about the time change, but just remember who's in charge here. We are not done with the cold. And then we recover to single digits for the rest of the week. Thursday is going to be our nicest day of the week as we preview the week's weather. Thursday is going to be best at +2. And then we've got a bit of a cold weekend coming. Saturday -8. They're saying the same for Sunday. And normally we should be around the freezing mark for this time of year. So, we're kind of in spring mode. The time change happens. We get that first official day of spring, which is how many days away? Not this 9 days. 9 days, 20 hours, 55 minutes until spring officially arrives. And look at the snow disappearing. It doesn't take much. Even at -8, if that sun has got some heat to it, the sun goes bye-bye. Although we had sunshine here on the weekend, and it was cool. We were out on the patio trying to get some barbecuing done, and could really sit out there a whole long time. It was chilly. Anyway, I can't wait to hear what you had shake out for your weekend. As we say good morning to our sun seekers and welcome you to another week of fun and frivolity. And again, as we always say, we start the first hour of the show on all platforms: Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And we move exclusively to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. It's for VIPs only. Now, you can lurk over at TylerGlenShow.com, or we'd love to have you join us. Join the conversation. Come on in for the fun. 2-hour show, 7 to 9, weekday, Central Time, each and every weekday. And we'd love to have you for hour 2. Come and say hi and be part of the conversation and the beach time and kind of the island from the world's increasingly tense craziness. Because it's a crazy world. It's a crazy... They said I was crazy to have a little live stream show about a guy in a beach bunker. Oh, now who's the sane one? Everybody else is kind of gone crazy. There's a lot of crazy floating around. Ooh, a lot of crazy. But that's okay. This is a refuge for crazy. We welcome one. We welcome all. We love to see you. And in this morning on chat, early this morning, we had Pebbles and Bam Bam. You got to change Polar Bears to Bam Bam now. Road Reverend also in on Twitch this morning. Good to see you. Cindy is here too. Cindy is thinking about you with that snow headed your way. So maybe you're seeing it already. Borrowed Bean says, good morning, everyone. On Twitch, back to driving to work in the dark. Yes, just for a few days. Again, once that first day of spring hits, what is that, March 21st-ish, we should have the sun come up around 7:30. So it's coming. It's coming. Just a bit of an adjustment. And supper time is over. You get some nice temperatures. You could go for a walk and see where you're going. Isn't it great? Oh, it's fantastic. Soon you'll be seeing more grass in the yard. Zumba Bernice, good morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you had a good weekend. MJ's here too with a heart to start the day, along with Janine on Facebook to say good morning to everybody going, oh. Yeah, it's that spring forward catch-up. Richard's here on Facebook this morning. KDD is here on Twitch. Good morning. Hey, Molly, good to see you too. Hope you had a nice weekend. It's good to have you back in the Sunseeker chat. Tracy Roger is here too. Good morning, everybody. Nick says, just think, this time Friday, it wasn't this time Friday. Such deep thoughts. You must be into how many cups of coffee already? Get your brain working like that. George is here this morning. Good morning, George. Johnny is here too on TikTok. Joel of the Jungle and Evelyn is joining us on TikTok this morning as well. Good morning to you. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope it was awesome. We got yesterday's good thing coming up in just seconds, and that's where we're going to unload about all the cool stuff, fun stuff you did on the weekend. Maybe you're out, had something good to eat. Maybe you did a road trip. Maybe you traveled a little bit. We want to hear about it. We got some Sunseekers still on winter vacations, and, of course, the countdown to spring break is on. Spring break. It's late this year, end of March. We still have a ways to go. Pebble says, in celebration of Ranch Day today, ranch on hot wings. So yummy. I love ranch. We'll get into the origins of it. What's in it exactly? Can you make ranch at home? Is it any good if you make it at home? What do we do with it? Ranch is just so amazing. Where did it come from? Heaven? I think so. Ranch came from heaven above. It is so delicious when it's got buttermilk in it. Quentin is here this morning. Good morning along with Zill. Hope you had a good weekend as well, Zill. Good to see you. It's Super Mario Day 2, Nick says. Okay, boink, boink, boink. Our nod to Super Mario. MJ says Winter Fair hasn't happened yet, so we know the snow isn't done for us. Those that aren't local, we have a giant egg fair that happens again towards the end of March. They call it the Winter Fair, but technically it's in springtime. Our summer fair that we have locally as well is in the final days of spring also. So we have 2 spring fairs in our area, and they're both misnamed. One is the Winter Fair, and the other one is the Summer Fair. But they're both in spring, and they're both delightful. But that's why when there's the Winter Fair coming around, we go, oh boy, there's going to be a storm. Because there always is a storm, isn't there? There's always a storm. Yes, indeed. Rhonda's here this morning on Facebook with a sunshine emoji. Good morning, Rhonda. Good to see you. My daughter's on spring break this week, says Zill. Evelyn is here. Good morning, Evelyn. And good morning to Barry on TikTok. Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Mario. We had trivia night Saturday. Are we getting into a good thing already? Yeah, I think we might be getting into a good thing. Okay, we'll get ahead. We got it's a weekend, so let's just jump right into it. Yesterday's good thing. We'll continue to say good morning as folks continue to pile in. And we'll talk about yesterday's good thing. Could encompass anything over the weekend. My friend Justin had his last official day of work. And he is done. He is really just there in name only because there's a new guy in town. And so we'll see how that rolls out. Reaction has been quite colorful, actually. But you know what? This is the bumpy ride we were talking about to start 2025. This is not unexpected. We knew this would happen. Now we're just going to have to see how this all plays out. So that will be interesting times ahead. Interesting days. MJ says, we had trivia night Saturday in Carberry. Our team took second. Look at you, brain busters. Girls also decorated our window for spring and Easter. Easter's late this year, too. I think it's like towards the middle of April. Oh, and you sent some pictures. All right. Let's see. Decorating for Easter. Oh, we start with the prizes. We start with the prizes for trivia night. And so you got some stuff there. Very nice. Second place. Oh, man, what was the question? There they are. Look at them getting their prizes. Smarty pantses. And then decorating for Easter. Oh, that's so awesome. That is great. We do have St. Patrick's Day in there. I think it's a week today, actually. It's on the Monday this year, so it's going to be weird for those people who are celebrating, like to celebrate with green beer, go out and have a few with the pals, the buddies. Probably going to be this weekend, I guess, is when it'll happen. But I like when St. Patrick's Day is like on a Thursday or Friday, or even better on the weekend. That's awesome. Oh, great job with your Easter stuff. Very nice. All good to go for Easter. Thanks, MJ. Looks like you guys had a nice weekend. Pebble said had a barbecue with some homemade burgers Friday, chicken and steak on Saturday. Oh, my God, the grill was just a humming. Also, picks for the mailbag for the hummin' barbecue at Tosh's. Oh, my gosh. You guys did a great job. There's some beautiful chicken from the grill on the weekend and some steaks. Beautiful. Oh, and the breakfast. You guys were eating up a storm on the weekend. Who's doing dishes? And then you were celebrating Poutine Day last week. Holy man. You guys need paper plates over there. Guys, we got to get into paper plate season. Holy cow. That is awesome. Looks like you guys had a really good weekend. Cindy was also out at the grill, and her grill looked a little more like mine on the weekend. Hamburgers and hot dogs. Yep. And it looks like that 1 second from the right is just about done. It's got a little bit of black on it. That's perfect. Just perfect. So I had my first Nathan's Wiener on the weekend. You know, Nathan's, the famous Nathan's hot dogs that they do the Coney Island hot dog barbecue contest. Had buddy pick up a pack for me. He says, you've got to try these. Oh, my God. And as soon as have you ever had them before? As soon as I had it, I thought of the Costco hot dog. I'm like, wait a second, this is probably the best hot dog I've ever had. Of course, I threw it on a Kuiper's bun. You got to have the best if you're going to be eating the best. You just got to have it. So I tried the Nathan's hot dog, and it was completely mind blowing. But it was like I think I've tasted this before. And I think that's where Costco is trying to get the taste of their hot dogs, those $1.50 hot dogs, I think. So thus it explains my incredible unhealthy relationship with the $1.50 hot dog. But these look much, much better barbecued, and there's sauce and no sauce. Sauce or no sauce? What would you like? Very nice. And, of course, a nice cold one to go along with. That's what the weekend's all about, right? It's just the grill, and I just dizzy right by I could feel him right at my leg. He's just like, Daddy, I want some. He knows words. He knows barbecue. As soon as he's up, he waddles over. He's just hobbling a little bit. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's fighting the good fight. We're spending every little day we can with our little puppy. And, yes, he got lots of barbecue on the weekend, too. Nick says, just hang on. We're still doing good thing. Where is a good thing? There we go. Nick says, ranch came home. This is about ranch. Came from food-based part of heaven along with bacon, cheese, and chicken. It came from a very special place in heaven, ranch dressing did. Oh, it is so amazing and so hard to describe. This guy just whips up a bunch of herbs and spices, kind of like Colonel Sanders did with KFC. Ta-da! And then boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Do you remember the first time that you dipped your crust in ranch dressing? You're like, this is probably going to be dumb. And then you're like, this is oh my God, where has this been all my life? This is insanity. It's so good. Mishy Way's here this morning. Good morning. And Zill says, suddenly I'm starving. Oh, just wait. We've got all kinds of ranch-related nastiness to get you chomping on your arm. Once again, getting ready for the show, going, I need ranch. I need pizza. It's only 5 a.m. Cindy had, and we showed those pictures, got the barbecue going and sent in the pics. Molly's GT hung with BFS sister, and we played some Roblox. Had good visiting getting in on the weekend. That's excellent. Catching up, getting good visiting done. Katie made a road trip to Winnipeg. Had a great visit with family and a Costco hot dog. There you go. Isn't it something? Delicious. $1.50, can't beat it. I've often thought somebody should go and take one of those little hot dog carts and just say, can I have 100 please? And then go outside, sell them for $2.50. You'd still have people buying them. You can make $1 per dog. I don't think they would like that. Nick says he's just there to look pretty. He's talking about my friend Justin, which sums up his 9 years. You know what? Listen to me. Listen. I am so optimistic. There is a lot of garbage floating around on social media, a lot of toxicity, a lot of trash. There's a lot of trash. I think that we have to just keep moving forward one step at a time. That we are controlling now what we can control, and I'm not a member of the Liberal Party or anything like that, but I mean Canadians at least are in control. So they've made a step. I don't know if it's a step in the right direction, but it's a step forward. You know what I'm saying? We have to move forward. We have to keep going. We can't just, we have to move forward. So time will tell if this is the right choice, and I bet we've got an election coming this spring, which would be exciting. Let's face it. It's a very important, probably the most important election we've ever had. So exciting times ahead. Old Chickie GT stepdaughter had her 12th birthday yesterday, and I was also able to get out of the basement and did some decluttering, which is pretty amazing. That's fantastic. Good job. That is fantastic. Zill says that actually spent most of yesterday afternoon watching some shows and playing some games with my 12-year-old who hasn't wanted to spend much time with me lately. So I was a happy dad yesterday. I love that. That gets a big bell. We used to credit Taylor Swift with those moments. Yes, it was, when Taylor would show up at the football games, and Zill, I don't know how big of a football fan you are, but when she would show up at the football games, the daughters from all over the world would be, Dad, Taylor's going to be at the game today. Plop, and then, sit down by Dad. And that's so cool. That was the best thing about Taylor Swift. Bringing dads and daughters together and annoying football fans like me saying, hey, you got her on the screen again? Oh, my gosh. Hey, Sunrise Credit Union wants to give you some cash, $30,000. Oh, my gosh, $30,000 in your hand with Sunrise Credit Union. With the low 3.89% residential mortgage rate, there is no better time to purchase a home and get a chance to win $30,000. Some conditions apply. Visit sunrisecu.mb.ca for more details. I got a note from Greg over at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba on the weekend. They've got something coming up on Thursday at 10 a.m. If you're a hockey fan and you're an older guy like me, you know who Brian Trottier is. Brian Trottier is going to be in Brandon with the NHL Legends Thursday at the Tim Hortons beside Canadian Tire at 10 a.m. This is a big deal. Brian has got some very cool friends. Now, I looked it up, and here's the thing. I do want to preface this, though, that the players that he brings can change without notice. It varies from location to location, but I have to tell you that, well, obviously Brian will be there. But some of the other people he has brought on this tour with him include Wayne Cashman, Phil Esposito, holy cow, Ken Hodge, and Clark Gillies. These players were most recently in Selkirk where they were doing a fundraiser, so I'm hoping Brian brings them on Thursday. So, again, this is going to be at the Tim Hortons location near Canadian Tire, next door there, at 10 a.m. Thursday, March the 13th. Very cool. And, man, there'll be lots of autograph seekers and some hockey cards going to be at that event on Thursday. And Co-ops of Westman, you're at home here with your local Co-op. Don't forget, tomorrow is Tasted Tuesday. We've got exciting new products from Co-op and Co-op Gold. 100% Canadian. Not only that, they're hyper-local as well. What does that mean? That means that not only are they Canadian, they're Manitoban, and they're like super local within the communities they serve. Because with a Co-op, the profits that they make at the Co-op get reinvested right back into the communities they serve. So if you want to support local, it does not get any more local than getting a Co-op number. And it's really easy to do. If you're at the till and it's really not busy, they can even issue one at the till. But if it's really busy and there's lots of people, maybe go over to the customer service area or maybe do it another time so you don't gum everybody up. But I've seen that happen. I've been the one waiting there, and they're like, do you mind if I get my Co-op number? I'm like, nah, do it. It's a great thing. You get to share in a part of the proceeds. Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary Co-op, and Hamiota Co-op too. MJ says that her Irish friends are having their party this weekend for St. Patrick's Day, and they are super excited. Debbie Kynock is here on Facebook along with Lillian. Good morning, Lillian. Good to see you. Old Chickie says, looks good, Tosh. Jeff is here on TikTok along with Austin. Good morning to you both. Good morning, good morning. I can't wait to get the barbecue back on, says MJ. Nick says sauce or no sauce. There's really no wrong answer to that. Mavis is here this morning. Mavis, watch out. Some snow on the menu today. Heavy snowfall warning for Dauphin and areas in the parkland. I'm not quite sure how close to Menidosa the heavy snow will come, but we're expecting 2 to 4 in Brandon. So you'll probably get my prediction. Let's roll the dice, pull the slot machine. Probably 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, something like that. I think we're done with our good things, are we? We're already starting to talk about ranch. We're going to get into our first beach break of the morning. Cindy says, I have never tried Hidden Valley Ranch dressing until Tyler mentioned how good it was during one of his first shows. Now I never buy anything else. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think they are the original, and they made it with buttermilk in its early days, and oh man, buttermilk and all the spices, and I love ranch. I love ranch. I don't mind who knows about it. Jody says, good morning on Facebook. Hello, Jody. It's good to see you. And Shirley is here on TikTok. Hi, Shirley. Hope you had a nice weekend. Ryan says, I don't understand how 180,000 people can determine Carney to take over the country. Well, let me explain it to you, Ryan. It's quite easy. So this was a political maneuver, which is why I was not exactly super happy when Justin did this. What are we, about a month ago? A little over a month ago. So upon his resignation, he prorogued Parliament, which means he hit pause on it so that they didn't get voted out. It's a political maneuver. He's not the first one to use it, probably won't be the last. Now, during that pause, Liberals got cute, said, let's get a new leader. Let's pick a new leader during that time, and we'll get rid of the unpopular Justin and put the new guy in who was kind of running things behind the scenes. Let's put him in charge. So essentially, the Liberals dumped their captain of their team, and they needed to get a new captain. So it's really just the members of that team that get to choose the captain. And the thing that's got people concerned this morning is there's like 400,000 who registered to vote. And I'm paraphrasing, it's like 300 and some thousand. And half actually got through. I don't know if it really would have mattered. It was overwhelming. It was like 80%. So they've got a new captain of their team. Now, this captain doesn't have a seat in the Parliament. So I would say it's safe to say there probably will be an election coming. Because he needs a seat. How is he going to run anything? He doesn't have a place to sit. Zill says Taylor Swift is from the next town over where I live. Oh, that's so cool. MJ says the PC party has amped up the political commercials. Oh, get ready for it. And social media, guys, honestly, I am not liking this right now. It's so toxic. There's so much fighting, so much arguing. It is not a lot of fun. Let's just try and keep the train on the tracks. Let's keep cool, you guys. Let's keep her cool. Let's keep her respectful. The wheels are in motion now, so let's just let this thing play out, right? Ange, good morning. Hellman's Ranch was the best, but I can't find it anymore. Hellman's. Interesting. Hellman's Ranch. They're like the mayonnaise kings, aren't they? Anyway, we got to take a beach break. Our first beach break of the morning. We are going to Texas. I believe Quentin's got relatives down there that winter. There's quite a few from southern Manitoba that like to winter in Texas, and that is where we're going today. Down to my folks used to winter down there. They took this winter off as a break. This is South Padre Island, Texas. Down about as far as you can go. Oh, beautiful sunrise coming in here. Okay, sunrise in Texas, our first beach break. Rise and shine. It's a Monday, feeling fine. Ooh, yeah. Sun is up, sky so blue. Let's tackle this, me and you. Good morning, good morning. We're sun seekers, yeah, we're coming. Let's go. Good morning, good morning. We got fitness, yeah, we're running. New week, new chance. Move your feet, start to dance. Move it. Feel the beat, feel the light. Together we can reach new heights. Good morning, good morning. We're sun seekers, yeah, we're coming. Let's go. Good morning, good morning. We got fitness, yeah, we're running. Oh, the day's just begun. Let's have some fun. Chase the sun. Oh yeah, oh yeah. With every step, rise above. Life's a game. Let's show our love. Good morning, good morning. We're
chase the sun. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. With every step, rise above. Life's a game, let's show our love. Good morning, good morning. Sun seekers, yeah, we're coming. Let's go. Good morning, good morning. We got fitness, yeah, we're running. Good morning, good morning. Sun seekers, yeah, we're coming. Let's go.
Good morning. Oh, beautiful sunrise, nice and calm. Looks like it's going to be a nice hot day. That's the Courtyard by Marriott at South Padre Island, Texas. If you get in your car and you drive straight south 3 days, that is what you will be looking at. Yeah, and that's true. Straight south, straight shot south. And a lot of folks from this area like to spend the winter. That is our Florida in this part of the world. This is where a lot of retirees will go. Folks like to vacation down there, coming back. Snowbirds, as they call them, whether that be Brownsville, Harlingen, Westlaco. Quentin says his mom's in Edinburgh. They're all on their way back. They're on their way back. Snowbirds are coming home. And coming home to a little bit of snow. Yes, a heavy snowfall warning is in effect for Dauphin and the Parkland region. Expect 10 centimeters of snow. And the one thing everyone in the area is going to get, it's heavy winds, gusting at times to 60 kilometers an hour. So that could cause some ground drifting. We're expecting 2 to 4 centimeters of snow for the Brandon region today. And mixed with that a little bit of wind could make driving a little bit tricky. So something to keep in mind. Then real cold tonight. Really cold. Down to minus 21, which is totally abnormal for this time of year. We should be at minus 10 for the overnight low and around the freezing mark for a daytime high. So bit of a cold start to the week, a little bit of snow, and then cold on the weekend, but nice week overall. It's looking pretty good, actually. And here's a look at the North American map. Oh, getting some warmer temperatures just to the south of us. It's probably what all that wind is all about. And then we've got the countdown to spring. Plus, they don't have a lot of snow in North Dakota right now. All the snow is disappearing. 9 days, 20 hours, and 28 minutes to go till spring arrives. Hasn't started snowing where Cindy is yet, but the wind is starting to pick up. Yes, as we come back into the beach bunker, Ryan says, can someone call a referendum? Well, you know what? Politicians are supposed to get back to work. I believe it's March the 24th. Word has it that he'll probably call the election even before they get back, which would be fantastic. Then we can just get our train back on the tracks and get back to it. Get somebody in charge, somebody that has a mandate, and we can kind of get on with it. Get on with the matters at hand. And I apologize for using the train analogy, but something stood out for me on Friday. And I wanted to share it with you because it's really important that we attempt to be as civil as we can. I saw a few stories about this, and it has to do with mental health and what we're going through right now. And everybody is going through their own personal battles of which we know nothing about, in addition to this garbage. And it really is toxic right now. So, I'm going to try and avoid it as much as possible. We are going to be, we kind of got sucked into it as Donald took over and started throwing out all this tariff stuff. And maybe it's easier when he's not acting like a Tasmanian devil. But I can appreciate people's mental health being in the toilet. You're not alone. Do reach out for help if you need it. Social media is increasingly toxic with political stuff. And again, it's something that I try to limit it as much as I can, but people are really upset, and obviously times are tough. But let's just try to be as patient with each other as we can, okay, guys? Because people's mental health, it's not great. Instead of talking about this, let's talk about ranch dressing. Yeah! Who's going to fight about ranch dressing? No one's going to get hurt if we start flinging around some ranch dressing. No. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of ranch. So, can you imagine being the guy that came up with the ranch dressing concoction? Good God. He figured in the 1950s, his name was Steve Hansen. And he took sour cream, buttermilk, and mayonnaise and mixed in some herbs like parsley and dill, garlic, and onion. And he was a plumber at the time. This plumber made ranch dressing. And no, he did not make fame and fortune for the PVC elbow that he also invented. No, he didn't do that. But he invented ranch dressing. And it was in Hidden Valley Ranch, California, where it became a commercial product. But it wasn't until the 80s that it was shelf stable. It was something that you had to buy in the cooler section at the supermarket because it had buttermilk in it. And then in 1983, Hidden Valley Ranch was able to make a shelf-stable version of the product, which meant that it didn't have to sit in the cooler anymore. You could just pull it right off of the shelf, crack it open there in the aisle, and pound that puppy. Go, 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 go. No, you're not supposed to do that. They don't like when you do that. I don't know why. It's not like I wasn't going to pay for it. It's like, no, you can scan it. It's just a half-drinking bottle of ranch. Wasn't me. Sir, you have ranch all over your face. Wasn't me. Somebody was just being careless when they were drinking it, and they got slopped all over me as drive-by ranching. Cool Ranch Doritos were introduced in 1986, and by 1992 is the year to remember, because that was the year that ranch dressing took it to Italian. Because up until 1992, Italian dressing ruled the roost. They were the king of the hill. Everything was Italian. That vinaigrette with the spices, it's still really good. But no, 1992, ranch surpassed Italian as the top dressing on the planet. And in North America alone, every year, 150 million gallons. That's 4 liters. So got to times that by 4. 150 million gallons of ranch dressing are drank, eaten. That is 600 million liters. 600 million liters of ranch dressing. Holy cow. Woo. Old Chickie says, I sent you lunch and desserts in the mailbag. Celery salad with dates. No, it's a ranch. It's so good. Oh, she's trying to get me healthy. Oh, Snicker Bites. Tastes like Snickers chocolate bar. That's going to be a good lunch. Okay, that we can get behind. Very nice. TikTok date Snicker Bites. Very nice. Well, enjoy your lunch today. No ranch? No ranch to go along with your celery salad? Why not? It's ranch day. Cindy says, I use ranch dressing powder in my firecrackers. Oh. So Cindy's firecrackers are ranch dressing powder and a little bit of canola oil, is it? A little bit of oil. And that's it. You put them in a Ziploc bag, and the little bit of oil mixes with the ranch powder and then mixes in with your soda crackers, and it creates insanity. It creates, I don't have them anymore. I quit making them, Cindy. I had to quit making them because I started to make them in batches, and I'm not kidding you. I should have taken a picture. I started making them in garbage bags. Oh, fuck. Garbage bags. Like it was too much. Even I was saying, okay, that's enough. A garbage bag full of soda crackers, firecrackers made with ranch powder. No, that's too much. Too much of an addiction. It was too, but they are so good. Old Chickie says, I totally dislike ranch dressing. How is that even possible? How is that even possible to not like ranch dressing?
Ranch dressing.
Everybody likes ranch dressing. Good gravy. What is in the ranch dressing? What is in the ranch dressing?
Let's see what's inside ranch dressing. Starting with vegetable oil, water,
Gonna make some of his own.
reconstituted buttermilk, sugar, salt, vinegar, dried garlic and dried onion, mustard, xanthan gum, spices, monosodium glutamate, which is MSG, and a few other ingredients. I might have put too many spices and too much mustard. I never understood ranch.
It's got a weird look. The homemade one that he made looks a little mustardy. A little bit too much mustard. Not enough buttermilk, I think, is kind of how he goofed it up. I wonder what it tastes like, though. I never understood ranch dressing. He's more of a vinaigrette guy. Vinaigrette guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with vinaigrette. It's okay. Zildy says, ranch and buffalo wings creates the best flavor ever. And yes, I'll take the boneless adult chicken nuggets over bone-in wings any day. I don't care. Most times I am as well, chicken nugget guy. Sometimes I'll have the bone-in. Depends on what's going on, what the mood is. Cindy says garlic powder and red pepper flakes. Oh, that you have to add to the... Yeah, they're not as much the star of the show as that ranch dressing and oil. Let's be honest. This is crazy. Zumba Bernice says, I add fresh lemon juice, fresh grated garlic, Parmesan, and bacon to ranch to make a Caesar salad dressing killer. So, okay, hang on a second. You take fresh lemon juice. Oh, it's okay. Fresh grated garlic, Parmesan, and bacon, and put that in the ranch. Nice. That sounds awesome. Tracy said, I didn't like ranch till I had Hidden Valley Ranch. Yeah, I think they actually have buttermilk in the Hidden Valley Ranch, if I'm not mistaken. And this lady from Australia, she's a TikToker, influencer, whatever you call them. She's got her little channel going on, and she was talking one day about ranch dressing and had never tried it before. She's from Australia, and so she had somebody in the States mail her a bottle of ranch dressing, and so she tries it for the first time on camera, and she's obviously got a filter going on here. What a sweetheart. She doesn't need that. But anyway, here.
One thing that's quite popular and common in the US that isn't very popular and common here is ranch dressing. And to be honest, I had never even heard of ranch dressing until like a couple of months ago from my TikTok. So someone has kindly sent me some of this original ranch. I'm not sure if this is like the go-to ranch flavor.
It is. It's Hidden Valley. Yeah, you got the right one.
I'm going to try it. Okay, so I've poured a little bit into a container. It's really thick and smells quite mayo-y. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Smells
I'm just going to dip some
mayo-y.
cucumber sticks into it because I literally have nothing else in my house. But
with a
here
cucumber.
we go. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, it's good, isn't it? Oh, hell yeah, that's nice. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can see why you like it.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And you just saw somebody fall in love. And she fell in love with the ranch dressing. And she starts to chug it like it's a drink at the bar. Oh, another successful convert to ranch dressing. The best condiment next to buffalo sauce. See, Tracy, they're just like you. I didn't like ranch. I didn't like ranch till I had my Hidden Valley Ranch. Keeping the Pink says, I've used ranch salad dressing powder mix as a spice option when making homemade nuts and bolts. Oh, I think that's the Dots Pretzels super secret, is the powdered ranch. Has anybody ever taken the powdered ranch and put it with pretzels? I've been meaning to do that. I bet that's what it is. I'm thinking that's the Dots pretzels. I always thought it was butter. And I think it's the ranch dressing powder that she's mixing with there. Michelle Blacksmith, good morning on Facebook, having some bacon, coffee, and fun. Cindy says in the U.S. you can, but original ranch and one with the buttermilk. So you can't get the buttermilk one up here? I don't know if I've ever truly looked for it. And you know what? Honestly, I'm not married to Hidden Valley. I love ranch so much it doesn't matter. I'm not a connoisseur of the ranch. If there's ranch, baby, I'm there. Yeah, I am there. She is a fan. And now she's in Australia. How are you going to get ranch? You're going to have to get that thing imported. That's going to cost a fortune. You're going to pay $50 for a bottle of ranch. There's no buttermilk in the one here. Oh, because it would be just so sinfully delicious. So sinfully delicious. Auto Fashion will take care of your car. You know what? If it is messy out there, man. The muck and the mud. And it's not just on the outside, it's on the inside too. How many more food wrappers can you store in the front of your car? Come on now. Come on. They'll clean the little change compartment in the front of your car. You've got coupons, receipts and stuff. It's a mess. You know what? You don't need the headache and you don't have the time. So take it to our friends at Auto Fashion, and they'll take care of you. From paintless dent repair to interior and exterior detailing, fresh and spotless Auto Fashion will elevate your ride. They're your go-to for a showroom shine inside and out. 255 17th Street North, right behind Lee's Buffet and Best West Pet Foods. Find them at autofashion.ca. That's autofashion.ca. Our friends at Skydancer Casino, where we've got some amazing entertainment coming this fall. Tracy Bird is going to be performing. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Tracy Bird, Little John, and, of course, the lead singer of Rascal Flatts is coming in July. And this spring break, if you're looking for a getaway that's not all that far away, again, the Turtle Island Water Park is just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt, and they've got 175 feet of water slide fun for the kids, a lazy river, several hot tubs, kids play area, and a whole lot more. Check it out at Turtle Island Adventure Park, part of the SkydancerCasino.com. And fun is waiting for you. Again, not all that far. And Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue, the official oil change at the Tyler Glen Show, where they make a donation to Samaritan House Helping Hands and Samaritan House Helping Hands and the Bear Clan every time you get your oil change. So slide on into 1500 Richmond Avenue. They'll get you in and out in a flash, show you your filter while you wait, and you'll be on your way, set for the springtime drive, and get it all cleaned up in Auto Fashion, and then take it to Murray's for your oil change. And Bob's your uncle. You're good to go until summertime. Ranch dressing. Ranch. I love my ranch. We'll get back to ranch dressing in hour two. I've got one of the best. It's just hilarious. Saturday Night Live talking about ranch dressing, and they did this. They did a very, very funny bit on it that I'll show you in hour two. It's just for VIPs. We'll keep that for the VIPs. And one woman goes to the supermarket and buys every variation of ranch dressing she can, and then she tries them all in less than a minute. It's a quick TikTok. She tries this one good, this one bad, this one good, this one bad. She is pounding the ranch. She likes ranch as much as I do. It's crazy. Valerie is here on Facebook. Hi, Valerie. It's Ranch Day. Happy ranch. And I'm not talking about going for a horsey ride. We're talking about the most delicious thing you can dip your food in, ranch dressing. To Facebook this morning, some last comments on what you're having in your ranch dressing on this National Ranch Day. Ranch. For some reason, I can't see them. Hang on a second. Doodle-doo-doo-doodle-doodle-doo-doo. Angela says it's the I was asking dip or dressing. Do you put it on your salad or do you use it as a dip? Angela dip, Corey dip. Dina says both. Jody says deep fried mushrooms dipped in ranch. Richard's having ranch with veggies. And Colette is a big ranch lover, so gotta have both. Robin saying good morning, Manitoba. Good morning. Wow. Heads up. Cindy says, my daughter was stateside this weekend. She hit up Crumble Cookie. At the border, they asked to check where her clothes were made. If they were made in the U.S., she would have had to pay the tariff. Thankfully, they were not. Yay, caramba. Yes, if you are doing that stateside visit, you're going to want to check on the Canadian side before you go, because there's a lot of weirdness going on. A lot of weirdness. Robin on Ranch Day. Okay, next up on the show, some spring forward health concerns. Some things you're going to want to keep in mind. Now, we sprang forward. We joked about it. We get the late evening sunsets now, and it's a little bit dark. I know, a little bit dark. It won't take long before the sun comes for your drive to work. But experts do warn, and they do this every time we do the time change. They do warn to pay special attention when you're driving, okay, guys? Because accident rates actually go up when we spring forward. People are tired. Studies show there's a 24% rise in heart attacks on the Monday following the transition. So don't get worked up over the politics right now. Limit your social media exposure. After my show, of course, please don't limit your exposure right now. Limit it after we're done, okay? But I mean, people, you can have a heart attack today. 24% rise in heart attacks following the transition. There's also an elevated risk of stroke. Car accidents go up 6% in the week after the time change. When patients bring up daylight savings time adjustments to doctors, doctors use this as an opportunity to promote self-care. Take care of yourself this week. You know, if you got to wear your bathrobe to work, wear your bathrobe to work. Self-care. Don't drive with those pads on your eyes, though. Hey, you know, robe. You know what I'm talking about? All that stuff that the women in my house put on their face, all the creams and ointments and pads and puffs and pads, and oh my God. Certain groups are more vulnerable to short-term health effects after the time change, including adolescents and teenagers. So keep an eye on them too. They call it social jet lag. Oh, man. So, yeah, the time change is one of those dubious topics that, again, people were fighting about on the weekend. Why are we doing this? Why do we keep on doing the time change? It's so stupid. And then people are like, okay, we shouldn't do the time change anymore. Okay, we can agree on that. Let's not do the time change anymore. But then what time do we stay on? What's the time that we stick with? You know, do we stick with the longer days? I think we keep it like this. Saskatchewan's got it right. Saskatchewan, they're not messing around with their clocks. Saskatchewan's got it figured out. You know, too many men on the football field, they're still having a hard time figuring that out. But Blessed Mama's here this morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. All right. And real quickly, before we have to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook and TikTok, thank you for joining us for the first hour of the show. We're going to move everything over to Twitch. We've got some interesting news involving sports and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, the headline reads like this: could the Toronto Blue Jays boycott the 2025 Major League Baseball season? Gary Bettman has expressed concerns for hockey based on what is happening with the tariffs and the back and forth between Canada and the United States and all the booing that's happening with the national anthem. And he's saying, hopefully this calms down and quickly, because this is really taking the enjoyment out of going to a hockey game. And we're getting word this morning that it is being considered. The Toronto Blue Jays boycotting the 2025 Major League Baseball season. It would result in multi-million-dollar losses for the U.S. economy, including $152 million from tickets and concessions, local economic impact $228 million to $380 million, broadcast sponsorship loss on the U.S. side $30 to $50 million, $30 million in tax revenue losses. And so the total range of loss, should the Toronto Blue Jays decide not to play this season, to sit it out, could be in the range of $400 to $600 million on the U.S. side of the border. Talk about taking the Jack Daniels off the shelves. Holy crap. If they do not play the Toronto Blue Jays, that is going to be a huge hit to the economy. Those Major League Baseball teams bring in a lot of money. And if this happens, the bigger concern, because I know that we don't have a lot of sports fans on the show, but we do have some hockey fans. And if this works and they do it, this could not bode well for the next season of NHL hockey, because that will be discussed over the summer if they can't get this stuff put to bed and get this mess cleaned up. Good God, this is awful. Not the sports, Tim, not the sports. Not the sports. Anyway, something to keep an eye on, and I will do that for you, and we'll keep you in the loop on that. And lastly, this is not new. You heard already, but first time we've had a chance to talk about it. The Gene Hackman story can be put to bed now. We found out on Friday that Gene and his wife had passed away. Largely, it was natural causes. She had hantavirus, and he had a terrible disease, Alzheimer's disease, which was progressed. It had progressed so far. Having your spouse in another room, not alive, and the dog not getting fed, it was not a good scene. Not a good scene. But we can take, I guess, some solace in knowing that there was nothing nefarious, and it wasn't anything that was criminal in nature or anything like that. And now there's an explanation. Everybody got their explanation, and we're good. We just want to know what happened, right? We wanted to know it, and now we can be sad. We can be sad for the loss of Hollywood, sad for his family, sad for the puppy, sad for everybody. But we know what happened now, and we can kind of all get on with it. We have to say goodbye to our friends on TikTok. Thanks for hanging out with us, TikTokers. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7, or come on over to Twitch, okay? Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show, and get hour 2 of the show. In the meantime, have a great day. Who died first? His wife, apparently. She had passed, and he went on for about a week or so. And, the pacemaker was kind of like a little black box on an airplane. It kind of keeps track of heartbeats and problems. And so, yeah. Okay, anyway, bye TikTok. We're moving over to Twitch. We got to move on. We're going to take a beach break, and we're going to move the second hour of the show over to Twitch, okay? More ranch fun, more frivolity, more food, fun places, and mayhem. Thank you so much. Catch you later. Same thing with our friends on Facebook and YouTube. You guys have a good day. We're moving over to Twitch. You can watch through the website, TylerGlenShow.com. You can be a lurker if you so choose. Bye, YouTube.